Hello there people, my name's Emmanuel and I just saw the latest Batman movie. I'm going to start off by saying it is a really good movie. There are some minor negatives that I have, but they're easily fixable in the next film. Yes, there is going to be more apparently. Before I get into it, please leave a like and subscribe. I would appreciate it if you did. So there are many things that I really liked about this movie. I think what I liked the most was the world building. Like, they wrote Gotham to be such a shithole, even to the point where Batman has to question if he's doing enough. In fact, it's not even questioning, he knows that he has to do more, and that saving Gotham might just be a losing battle, and that the 2 years he's been active as a vigilante, nothing has changed. If anything, it has gotten worse. So I do like how they've written Gotham to be so bad that the cards are stacked against Batman straight off the bat. He even says that he can't be everywhere at once. Speaking of Sparkle Batman, I know Robert Pattinson got a lot of crap from the Twilight series, but he was so good as Batman. He was a better Batman, emphasis on the Batman, than Christian Bale. I wouldn't say he's better than Ben Affleck though, because this leads to probably my main criticism of the movie, and that is, he's Batman all the time. Sounds stupid, but hear me out. Batman typically has 3 personalities: Batman, public Bruce Wayne, and when he's with Alfred. That's when he's probably the most genuine. And in this film, there's no difference between any of them. He's the same brooding, serious guy when he's in public and when he's with Alfred, who is not in the movie much. If you've seen Batman Begins, Michael Caine Alfred says to Christian Bale Batman that the public needs to see him and be a personality, which he does the best. So as things are, overall I'd say Christian Bale is still the better character, but they somewhat hint to this in the movie, and it does kind of make sense because he's still a rookie when it comes to being Batman. So I do see this being addressed in potential sequels where he does find the right balance. Though Bruce Wayne needs a new trim. He's got a dead haircut. The guy is in his late 20s or early 30s, and he's got a haircut of a boy that hasn't left his emo phase. See, my criticism of the film ain't that bad, but it just goes to show how good the film was. The standout character for me was the Riddler. Usually he is quite the camp villain, even in the Arkham games where he's more serious. But in this film, he was quite the psychopath, killing people in brutal ways. He even came up with some contraption that you would see in a Saw movie or something. And he left his riddles and clues around, which were a nice foil for Batman, as we haven't seen the detective side of Batman before. Though a minor side note is that he looks like a gimp. Like, I understand trying to make the character look more serious and grounded, but don't make him look like some creepy pervert. The rest of the supporting cast were great, everyone from Catwoman and Gordon to Penguin and Falcone. You wouldn't even recognize Colin Farrell as the Penguin. The makeup and facial prosthetics were just top quality. And this film was somewhat of an origin story for him before he became the crime lord. Given that there's a Penguin show coming out, I assume they will carry on with this storyline until we see him next time, which I am intrigued to see. Commissioner Gordon, or Lieutenant Gordon in this film, was good too. Not Gary Oldman good, but really good. The scenes he had with Batman were probably the best character interactions in the movie. That's probably because he's the only one that trusts Batman at this moment of time. I do look forward to see how his character progresses to become Commissioner. Catwoman was great. Zoë Kravitz really made it her own. And we do get more backstory to her this time, unlike last time in Dark Knight Rises. Like, we see a more human side to her, and who she cares for, and even her motivations for her life in crime. I don't know when we'll be seeing her next, but I look forward to any future appearances. I almost forgot that the action sequences in this film were just on another level. The hand-to-hand combat was quick and fluid while still looking brutal. There's a fight scene in the dark only lit by machine gun fire, and it is so good. It's in the trailer if you want to see it. You barely see anything, but it's shot so well, and the movements that you do see make for a great scene. The chase scene in the Batmobile is probably the best car chase I have ever seen. It is beautifully shot and is just fucking awesome. I don't know how to describe it other than that. Speaking of the Batmobile, I somewhat like this version more for different reasons when compared to the others. Like, it's just a muscle car with a jet engine on the back. It's so simple when compared to the Tumbler or the Affleck one. But I do like the more grounded and simple look and use it had. I can't say any more good things about this film without going into spoilers. Overall, it's a fantastic film. I definitely suggest you go out and watch it. I know it will get compared to The Dark Knight, but to me it's a close second. Like, The Dark Knight is a better film, but The Batman is a better Batman movie. Like, the lore and Easter eggs I think are better in this version of Batman. If I had to give it a rating, it would be a 10 out of 10. and I will definitely watch this film again. If you like my review, please like and subscribe, it'll be greatly appreciated, and I shall see you next time, and peace.